Hello folks, my name is Mark, this is Why I Hate the World. How you guys doing? So I got a video request from a guy named Cumbria Strong, and he comments here, do a video on the 56%er face and take off your gay little matrix glasses for the example. Well, anyway, there's my face. I had to look this up, you know, because I had no idea what the fuck this guy was talking about. And this is actually a racist thing. The 56%er face, right, is a meme. It's also called Amerimutt or La Critura, whatever. And the idea behind it is that white people in Europe of the alt-right persuasion, the far-right identitarian types in Europe, are making fun of American alt-righters, right? And by saying that the average American white person can only claim that 56% of their genetics are of European descent. And I just think this shit is hilarious because, you know, the alt-right is like imploding and fighting amongst themselves. And anything that makes these assholes fight amongst themselves is great to me because fuck all of them. I fucking hate all of them. Fuck them all, you know. So, now, the idea behind it though was it's like genetically, you know, your average white person is not pure enough. You know, like, if you were to go on to Ancestry.com and get one of those tests or whatever, it would show, you know, percent, you know, from all over different parts of Europe, you know, 50% British and 60% Eastern Europe or whatever, you know, whatever the fuck, you know, I don't even know. And then it would also show like ancestry from like the Middle East and you know, Africa and etc, right? And the idea behind it is that because of this, you know, in the United States we don't have any cultural identity. And everything in the U.S. is all corporations and commercialism and fast food, and you know, the closest thing we have to you know, a cultural identity in this country is McDonald's and shit like that, right? Which is, you know, maybe that's true, right? I just think this shit's funny because, like, first off, you know, why did this guy think that I would be insulted by this? Because I'm not white. I mean, you know, look at my face, right? Right, I'm not white. I'm actually part Asian. You know, I mean, yeah, I guess the meme applies to me. I'm an Amerimutt. You know, I come from different racial, you know, backgrounds and stuff all rolled up into one, and this is what that's me. So I don't know why I would be insulted by that shit, because, you know, I'm not white. I never claimed to be fucking white, and I fucking hate those people. Right, white nationalists and shit are fucking dickheads that, you know, deserve to smell my fucking shit, because fuck them. So why would I be offended by that? I don't understand that shit. Secondly, you know, the entire idea of people who like take their ancestry too seriously, their heritage too seriously, is just ridiculous to me. You know, like it seems like the only people who really care so much about their heritage, and, you know, especially their genetic heritage, right? Like, they're in real life, they're losers, and like they just need something to grab onto so that they don't feel like such big fucking failures, you know? It's like, why should I care about what some ancestor of mine did 1,000 years ago? Why does that fucking matter? You know, my ancestors were probably cannibals, right? Or some shit, you know? Why should I give a shit about that? Why should they, what does that say about me? Nothing. It says absolutely fucking nothing about me personally, about my life or what I've done or who I am or what I can accomplish or what I have accomplished. It says nothing about that. And go out and accomplish something yourself. You know, who gives a fuck if your ancestors were whoever the fuck they were, whatever they did, you know? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to you. Right? It doesn't change the fact that you're fucking a loser and you're unemployed and you know, you can't get a fucking job and all of this other shit, you know. And it's just like, I mean, I don't know. That's the whole thing about like the alt-right and especially like white nationalists and shit like that. You know, it's all a reaction to the fact that they're fucking losers. You know, they want to kick immigrants out of the country because they can't compete with them. You know, they want to build a fucking wall around America and all that, and because it's all the immigrants' fault that they can't get a job, right? And, you know, never mind the fact that we're importing people, right, for not, you know, not only are we importing people for, like, the cheap labor, but for also expensive labor. You know, we import on the H-5 visas, you know, engineers and computer programmers and, you know, database fucking managers and people coming from, you know, India and the Middle East with, like, you know, master's degrees in computer science and shit. We have to import those people to America because we can't find people that live in, there's not enough people in America with these skills, right? So why the fuck are you complaining? You know, if go out, get a fucking job. Right? I'm serious, and that's part of the reason why these fucking guys are so, like, you know, they're so obsessed with racial and purity and cultural identity and all that stuff, because they have to grab onto accomplishments of vague personas in the past that they might share some random ancestry with. You know, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. So I don't know. It's dumb as hell, and I think it's kind of great, actually, because, like I said before, it gets them fighting amongst themselves, and if they fight amongst themselves, then their movements won't get any traction, and then they won't get anything actually done. And good, that can only be a positive thing for the world, because fuck these people. Let's never forget that these people would have people like me murdered if they could. Let's not forget that shit, okay? My mother, you know, married someone who wasn't of pure white ancestry. According to these guys, she should be in prison, if not executed. My father would probably not even be allowed into the country or shot on sight, and I would have been forcibly aborted, if people like this asshole who made this comment to me were to have their way, I wouldn't even exist. I would have been forcibly aborted, right? You know, so let's not forget who these motherfuckers are, right? They don't care about, you know, they don't really give, all they really give a shit about is making themselves fucking, like, feeding their fucking pathetic little egos because they don't have anything. They haven't been able to do anything, you know, in their lives themselves, so they have to just fucking, like, grab onto some stupid shit like, yeah, my ancestor way off in the 2,000 years ago and stuff, you know, like, made this road. I mean, it's ridiculous, you know, they made this aqueduct or whatever. It's like, get the fuck out of here. It's pathetic is what it is. It's pathetic, and I don't know, and fuck every last one of them, I guess. That's what I got. Anyway, adios, folks.